football brings people together, so it's nice to be back.
Sinds zijn eerste bezoek aan Excelsior in 2008 ligt de tweede voetballiefde van Leicester City-supporter Stewart in Kralingen. Afgelopen weekend keerde hij samen met zijn zoons Noah en Max terug op Woudestein.
They discovered it themselves, we all discovered it together, so it wasn't forced on them like Leicester City was. They had a bit of choice about that, so yeah.
Now we've sort of been coming for, I don't know how many years, maybe 14, 15 years, maybe longer, something
long
like
time.
that. Longer than
First
that.
game was a long time, yeah.
Yeah, and as Dad says, it was just a case of feeling very welcome sort of from the off. It's quite hard not to just enjoy coming every single time, so it's very easy to find some passion for it, I guess.
The first couple of times we came, it was just a fun experience, and then it turned from like a fun experience to something that we became quite committed to, because this passion for the club kind of naturally started. When you see a team 2, 3, 4 times, you naturally build a rapport with that team, and I think we speak on behalf of all three of us. Every time we come here, we're welcomed with open arms. Everyone's super friendly. We always have a brilliant time, every single time. So it's very easy to keep coming back.
Excelsior en Leicester liggen dan wel 400 kilometer van elkaar, maar als kleinere clubs hebben ze veel met elkaar gemeen. Dit seizoen is het Leicester dat vecht tegen degradatie. Ruud van Nistelrooij is sinds december de coach die de Foxes in de Premier League moet houden.
I think he's actually improved us between the boxes, so but we can't defend and we're not scoring at the minute, which is obviously really difficult. I think he's got a tough job. I think it's going to be really hard for him to keep us in the Premier League. So that's, as of today's defeat at Everton, that's 7 defeats and 1 win in 8 games. So, yeah, I don't know. He's obviously only had 4 games in the Premier League when he was at Man United. I think 4. 2 of those were against us. And it's tough. It's a tough league, and he's probably got a squad of players to work with who aren't quite good enough. So we're now coming to the end of the January window, and we've made 1 signing. So I don't know what you lads think, but it's whether or not he was promised some money or some funds to buy new players, and that's not happened for whatever reason. I don't know. We've sold Cannon, haven't we? So we have got a little bit of money in, but I mean, he was obviously a world-class striker. So he obviously knows football, and obviously, I don't know, just wish him well. But it's a really, really tough ask, I think, to keep us up.
En terwijl Van Nistelrooij in Engeland zit Noah sinds enige tijd voor zijn werk in Nederland. En dus vocht hij de degradatiestrijd van zijn club 400 kilometer verderop.
Currently the degree of separation is quite easy because we're terrible at the moment. But yeah, I try just to watch all the highlights and the goals, and when we do get a rare win these days, then I try and find a way to watch something a bit longer. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just keeping track online, really. Just, that's the nice thing about social media and technology and everything, is that it's much easier to keep following the club than it would have been even 10, 15 years ago. So
the 3 of us went to the Wolves game before Christmas when we lost 3-0.
Oh yeah, that's true.
At the King Power.
Yeah. So when I travel back to the UK, then I go and try and get a game in if I can. Depends on obviously where we are.
Waar we in Nederland vaak halfgevulde uitvakken zien, maakt speeldag, tijdstip of afstand niets uit in Engeland. Fans reizen hun clubs massaal achterna, ook die uit Leicester.
I think it's just a terrific day out with your fan base. So I think, for example, when Leicester played most recently away at Tottenham on Sunday, there was 3,500 Leicester fans go down, and it's that attitude of you go down and have fun in the new city all together as a fan base. And obviously there's that underlying in England that everyone's passion for their team is so extreme. I don't think there's much of a thing as a sort of casual fan in England. You're kind of embedded in your team. So for example, when we can go to see Leicester away from home and that opportunity comes up, we all just jump at it and say yes, and we make a plan to get there somehow, no matter what, and we want to do it. And I think, from my experience, I personally enjoy away games more than home games a lot of the time, because you're exploring a new city, seeing new places, but all with your friends. There's say 10, 15 people that you go with, so you're all experiencing a new experience together. Even better when you win as well, obviously, which sometimes happens. But sorry, Dan.
I was going to say the other thing. I think it's not. I mean, obviously getting there, day out, travel, beer, and that sort of stuff. Obviously, can become expensive, but the tickets are only £30. So the away tickets are £30. So we were paying more than that in the Championship for some away games last season.
Yeah, in the lowest division.
So that sort of encourages the away support.
Yeah.
Sinds 2016 is Leicester de hoop van elke voetbalfan ter wereld. De Premier League-titel bewees dat niets onmogelijk is. En volgens Stewart wordt het wachten ook in Kralingen ooit beloond.
After the chairman died, Vichai died in the helicopter accident. We played Watford at home shortly after that, and the Watford supporters, fair play to them. The Watford supporters had a banner, and I can't quite remember what it said, but they held up a banner that sort of said, "Thank you, Vichai, for giving us all hope." Which I thought was a really nice, a nice touch, a nice football supporters touch, So yeah, I think one day your time will come, and obviously we thought it was going to be with Excelsior a few years ago in the Cup, in the Baker, when they got to the semis, I think. So one day.
When you're smiling,